Hello, my name is Miranda Hawes, and my presentation is about an ethical dilemma in law practice. My research question is, if a client has a case where the evidence is weak but will pay a lot of money, is it okay to take the case even though you have a high chance of losing, or to explain to them that they would lose and decline the case? A lawyer is someone who defends or prosecutes for their clients in court. Another word for lawyer is an attorney or an advocate. Many different branches of law practice can apply to my research questions, such as malpractice, business, intellectual property, personal injury, civil litigations, and etc. Let's expand on law practices that probably come up more frequently within my dilemma. A business lawyer deals with several areas of law, including employment, mergers, and acquisitions. A malpractice lawyer usually sues or defends lawyers when they have violated their duties to a client or when a lawyer needs defense against a former client. Intellectual property lawyers deal with protecting intellectual property. Personal injury lawyers deal with accidents and injuries. My thesis begins with, if a client has an inadequate case but will pay a large quantity of money, then I would explain to my client that there isn't a good probability of success in their case because taking the case can put a lot of risk, not only for them, but for me as well. In my personal perspective, I would not personally take this sort of case for 3 reasons. Firstly, taking this case compromises an ethical code that most lawyers should strive to live up to while practicing law in their life. A reference author, Fraser Sherman, stated in an article, as an attorney, you have a fiduciary duty to your clients. You have to act in their best interests and not your own. If I take the case, I'm acting in my own interest for profit, which is not putting my client's interest before my own. Another reason for declining the case is to protect your client's professions and financial state, and sometimes even their freedom or life, though I'm sure a case with that important component hanging on the balance would have a lot of evidence, and they would be good evidence. Harrison Barnes states, I once saw a woman lose her job after working 3,000 hours a year for over 10 years in a law firm because she forgot to get a client to sign a form. The results of this were catastrophic, and the client ended up losing the case due to limited evidence. This quote helps illustrate the devastation that might take place after a loss of a case, and another reason not to take a case like this. Finally, the last reason to decline this sort of case is because it will affect me. If I lose a case, it doesn't look good to other potential clients who may need my expertise, and I miss the opportunity to gain more clients. A lawyer stated, if you avoid taking weak cases and instead take strong cases and consistently win, I would think that you get a better reputation as a strong litigator, which could also benefit you financially in the longer run. Looking at it in that way proves that not taking the case has more benefits. This research process was enlightening because I learned a lot of new stuff about attorneys that I didn't know before. I think that if I still wanted to pursue this career, later on, that this research for this career project that I have done will help me become a better lawyer in the future. Thank you for listening.